Hey, what's going on, y'all? Hope everyone's having a fabulous day. If you haven't gotten a chance to subscribe to this channel, please do so. I want you to ring that notification bell. That way, when I drop a video, you'll be notified. Yes, we are back on the truck. Actually, I never really stopped running. Just been making videos from home. Haven't really been making any videos from the truck. So, this is my first video from the truck in quite a while. So what I want to talk to you guys about in this video is a company that I teamed up with to help with getting people approved for secure credit cards. I get a lot of people that say that they applied for the State Department Federal Credit Union and got denied, Capital One they got denied, Discover It they got denied, and they're looking for a secure credit card that will get them approved. Now, if you guys know, I'm huge on secure credit cards. I love secure credit cards because I believe that's one of the best ways to help build your credit. Also, it helps build the discipline of credit. And so I wanted to team up with a company that I knew that was going to provide a product where people can get approved pretty much guaranteed. This company is called Credit Builder. We're affiliated with them now. And I wanted to just put this out there. If you're looking for a company to where you're looking to get approved, you're looking for a second secure credit card or even a first secure credit card, because it's right up there with all the other secure credit cards. The interest rate is going to be a little bit higher than others, and that's just the nature of the beast. This is another option for you that you guys can use to get your credit where you need to get it. If you guys are looking for a secure credit card and you're getting denied all over the place and you just were looking for a secure credit card where you can get approved, this is a company that you guys can use to get a pretty much guaranteed approval for your secure credit card. When you're talking about revolving lines of credit, there's nothing that's going to boost your credit score more than getting revolving lines of credit added to your credit report. So you want to make sure that before you go into any type of credit repair, because when you go into a lot of credit repair companies, they're going to tell you, they're going to say, hey, look, we don't want you to apply for a whole bunch of credit while we're doing credit repair, and it's counterproductive. So what you want to do before you even do credit repair or anything like that, you want to make sure that you have your good foundation of credit to build while you're going through the credit repair process. If you're thinking about doing credit repair, I'm not just saying with my company, I'm talking about any credit repair company. Before you go into any credit repair company, what you want to do is you want to build that foundation. You want to get 2 secure credit cards. You want to get the MyJewelers account. Now, the MyJewelers is a $5,000 trade line that's going to report to your credit report. And it's going to report to TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax. It's going to report to all 3 credit bureaus. Now, once you get that reported, you go out and you get the New Coast Direct. That is a $5,000 trade line as well. But what you're going to do is it only reports to TransUnion and Equifax. So that doesn't report to all 3, but it's still good enough to where you're going to be able to build your scores up to the point when you start applying for things, it's going to be okay. Once you start building your credit scores and you're able to apply for accounts and they start seeing that you have a pretty good acceptance rate, and what I mean by that is a lot of time financial institutions, they don't want to be the first one to extend you credit. No one wants to be the first one. It's too much of a risk. And so if you're going in there and you only have a couple of files, a couple accounts on your credit report, chances are you still may get denied even though it's a secure credit card. And I just want you guys to understand that it's none of this is guaranteed. But having patience through this whole process and keeping a good mindset that, you know what, this is a long-term game that we're playing. None of this is short-term. Then chances are, once you start getting into that mindset, doors are going to start opening up to you because you're seeing things now. You're seeing your opportunities. A lot of times people are walking past opportunities, and because they have their blinders on, they can't see anything outside of their peripheral. Their peripheral is so narrow that they can't see outside. They're just stuck and focused on, I got to get this 600 FICO score. I got to get this 600 FICO score. And the mindset, there has to be a mindset shift that, okay, what is it that I truly want out of life? What is it that I truly want to do? What businesses are out there that I can start generating more cash flow? How am I going to use my leverage, my 700 FICO score, even though I'm sitting at a 540? How am I going to leverage my 700 FICO score to generate cash flow, to generate income for me? Once you start shifting your mindset, your opportunities you're going to start seeing things, and things are going to start looking different. But once you start seeing these opportunities, what usually happens, people become impatient because, oh, I missed this opportunity, I missed that opportunity, I missed this. And so now they're like, come on, we got to hurry up and get it to a 700. Those opportunities aren't going anywhere. You're going to still have these opportunities. For example, I had a gentleman that right now trucks are at a steep discount, right? Because there was a lot of people that turned their trucks in due to this pandemic. He sees it now. He sees what credit can do. He was like, well, I'm going to miss this opportunity. I'm going to miss this opportunity. Once you get your credit, this opportunity of steep discount trucks is going to come back around. It's not going anywhere. And it might not be trucks. Maybe it's commercial property. These situations happen on a cyclical basis all the time. But most of us haven't been in the game to the point where we understand that. We see now, our minds are starting to open up now because we're starting to see, we're thinking differently. And so now we're starting to see the opportunities. But these opportunities always been there, right? 2008, you think trucks wasn't at a steep discount? You think housing wasn't at a steep discount in 2009? These situations happen on a cyclical basis. And what I'm trying to instill is the fact that it's not just the FICO score, but it's a mental mindset that we need to start getting ourselves into, to where we're looking at opportunities. Because the whole dynamic of the American economy is changing. Everything is changing. It used to be, you go into a job, you apply for a job, and everybody that's outside in the office, you're competing with. And that whole dynamic has changed, because now these companies see that we don't have to hire people to work in our office. We can hire them and they can work remotely from their home or whatever. It's about efficiency. With that being said, now they can hire people from across the world. Now you're not just competing against Americans, you're competing against people across the world. And that brings a whole different discussion to the table. With that being said, having your self-independence and knowing that you can rely on yourself to provide for your family is going to be key in this new economy that we're coming in. Because relying on a paycheck, you guys now see that it's more risky. If you're a W-2 employee, it's more risky to be a W-2 employee than to be self-employed. Because when this pandemic happened, you could say, well, Ken, you could lose out on income and your truck. Let me explain something. Can I make it a little bit personal? I want to share something with you guys. So when I got this truck, this was a lease truck, right? I leased this truck from a mega carrier. I don't want to say any names. I'll probably go into that in a different video. If you guys say you guys want to know how all this transpired, I'll go a little bit deeper. But I'm just going to touch on the surface. When I got this truck, this was a lease truck, and it was a high lease truck. No, it was ridiculous. But I was making it work because rates were good. I drive hard, right? And I don't have excessive bills. So I was making it work, right? It wasn't a problem. And so you have a lot of people that say, oh, you can't win with a lease truck. Yeah, you can. As long as the economy stays right, you can. But here's what happened. When this pandemic when it first happened, we're talking about, I want to say March. When March came, I started seeing that, man, this could be a real big problem. Rates were still good. Rates were still good at this point in time. So we were still making it. But my brother and I, we were having discussions back and forth. I was calling my brother up and asking him. I was like, yo, bro, man, I'm really thinking about refinancing this truck because this economy is not looking good, man. And we both, eye on eye. He had a business before that got wiped out in 2008. I've been in, I was in business with him in 2008 where I seen what happened. And as I went through 2015 in the oil field crisis that happened, where oil prices went from $100, 100 plus per barrel, all the way down to, I think it was like $30. We got wiped out. Right? I got wiped out in 2015, 2016. That's why I filed my bankruptcy in 2017. So now I have a mindset of, okay, you always got to be paying attention to the economy, right? And so when this happened, I started reaching out to different financial institutions to refinance this truck with them, right? To bring my payment lower. Yeah, I had a high lease truck note, but I would have paid it off in 2021. I would have had a completely paid off truck, but I would have had to make it to 2021. That was the thing. So what I did was I reached out to other financial institutions and I refinanced my truck for a way like over 50% less than what my truck note was. I extended out my payments for another 4 years, but my payment is lower. The point of that I'm trying to tell you is when you're self-employed, when you have your own tools, you're able to restructure things to your benefit. Let's say I was a W-2 employee, what's to say that person just was like, you know what, I'm done with this, and just turned the truck in and you're fired, go find another job. When you have your own when you own your own lifestyle, when you own it and you're completely free, you don't have to answer or rely on anyone else to make good decisions for you. When you work for someone else, you're reliant on someone else making good decisions, because if they make bad decisions, that business will close, i.e. Toys R Us, right? I.e. JCPenney's, i.e. possibly Hertz. These companies, you're relying on these companies to make good decisions, and if they don't, then chances are they're not going to stay around. And is there a lot of risk? 2017 happened. Oh, I got wiped out, but 2020, here I am again. So when you have a different mindset of, I'm going to own my own lifestyle, it puts you in a less risky position, believe it or not. I'm not knocking W-2. I'm not going to ever be that person that knocks people that work for a living. Not that person. We all have to work. If you're getting a W-2, I'm not saying that that's bad. But if I was a person that was making a W-2, I would be developing side skills that had nothing to do with my job. Let's say I'm a grocery bagger. I'm going to be developing my writing skills, my copywriting skills, my how to blog skills, right? Anything that has to do with online, to where I can start developing and working on these different skills to make myself more valuable in the marketplace. I would be doing that right now, because just relying on a W-2 check is going to put a lot of people in a position to where going down the road, they're going to be competing against people from overseas. And why would a company, if you're working remotely, pay you 3x when they can easily hire somebody, overseas, right? And that's going to be the new economy. That's what's coming up. I just want people to be aware of these things. And so when I'm talking credit and I'm talking all these different things, I'm talking mindset. I'm really talking how to improve yourself so that you can rely on you. I know I'm talking about stuff other than credit, right? Because this was supposed to be a video that I was trying to make on my credit builder card, secure credit card, but this is what's near and dear to my heart, is making sure that we all level up together and we all have the right mindset and we all put ourselves in a position to where we succeed. Credit, I believe, is the first step, because we all want debt. You hear Robert Kiyosaki, debt's good. There's a thing called good debt, bad debt. Debt's good, but how do you get the debt? How is it that you're going to get the debt in order to leverage it so that you can build a wealth legacy for your family? How do you get it? And a lot of times you have people talking about, oh, to get from A to B, you got to get a plane. Okay, but how do I get a plane? Okay, from A to B, you got to get a car. Well, how do I get a car? And so what I'm trying to do is step by step show you how to put yourself in a position to start building your wealth for you and your family. And I'm going on this journey with you. So I'm not somebody that's talking from a pulpit or talking from their high horse telling you, you need to do this. I made a video. How this channel really started was I filed a bankruptcy 2017. 2017, when I filed my bankruptcy, I knew there was never going to be a better time for me to show you guys how to build credit. And I knew how to build credit. I knew there wasn't going to be a problem. So what I did was I made a video showing you guys, okay, this is my 30-day update. I went and got me a couple of secure credit cards. I went and got the MyJewelers New Coast Direct, and I got a self-lender account. This is going to be my 30-day update. I click the button and you get to see a live update to my credit report in 30 days. Nobody else is doing that. Nobody's showing you, okay, I'm doing this right along with you. I'm not some dude that's just telling you, hey, look, I got an 850 FICO score. You need to do this because I said so. No, I'm showing you, okay, this is what I'm doing. This is what's successful. You guys should do it too. And that's what this is about. What works, what doesn't work. And I'll be your guinea pig. I'll do whatever I can to make you guys successful. And so that you guys can see, you know what, this dude is real. And he's not going to give you a bunch of garbage. Because I just talked to a gentleman earlier today, and he just paid, I can't remember how much, it was a ridiculous amount of money to start a corporation. And I'm like, we're being taken advantage of. Our ignorance to wealth and different strategies, we're being taken advantage of hand over fist by these people that have knowledge and experience in the marketplace, whether it's CPAs, business development coaches, credit repair specialists. These people, they have the knowledge and they're charging us an arm and a leg for this knowledge, and most of us can't even afford this information that they're giving, but it's vital to our success. Make it a price point that everybody can become involved. Yeah, you're gonna have a lot more people, but that's what it's about, right? But I would rather deal with 10 people than 100 people. So I'll charge these 10 people $100 rather than charge these 100 people, $1. And it leaves a large amount of people outside of the space of building wealth, because through this whole game, since I started, I hear more and more stories of people like me. I grew up, nobody told me about personal finance. Nobody talked to me about wealth strategies. Nobody talked to me about how to build wealth or anything like that. And here I am, 47 years old now, and what do I have but a bunch of experiences that I went through now that I think that, okay, now I got it, right? But do I really? I don't know, right? I don't know if I really have the answers. But the reality of it is, my next level, it's hard not life. There is nobody that's going to say, hey, Ken, I got you. I'm going to lift you up and bring you along with me, right? Nobody's doing that. Nobody's going to help me get to the next level. I'm going to have to grind my way to get there. And those people that, I don't want to say beneath me, but they're at the beginning stages, I have no problem reaching down and saying, hey, let's go. But you have to have the right mindset. A lot of you use me as Google. I had a young lady that posted something on YouTube, and she said, well, what's a FICO 8 bank card score? By the time you typed that into YouTube, you could have typed that in Google, right? And those of you that don't know what the difference between a FICO 8 and a FICO 8 bank score card, Google it, right? But a lot of times I have people that use me as Google. And those people, I'm going to tell you, are not going to be successful in life because they're relying on other people for their information. If I tell you, oh, the FICO 8 bank card score, that's for if you're trying to buy a plane. And then you take that and you go, oh, okay. And you don't go cross-check it. You don't go look it up. I could sell you beachfront property in Arizona because you're not going to do the work. And all of this information, you guys should be checking me. You guys should, when I bring something out, I'm always trying to reference something else so that you guys know, okay, he's just not talking out the side of the side of his neck. And a lot of times you have people, oh, well, you got to be 30% utilization rate. No, that's too high, bro. That's too high. 30% is way too high on your utilization rate. You can't possibly have a good FICO score with a 30% utilization rate. But you have so many people regurgitating this information, and nobody cross-checked them. Nobody in the credit repair space said, "Is that accurate?" Nobody. So what happens? Kenny comes along and he's like, "Nah, that's way too high." I get a little pushback at the very beginning. A lot of people was pushing back, going, "What do you mean that's all? Everybody says 30%. Everybody says 30%. Yeah, doesn't make it right. It does not make it right because I've done my research. I've been at 30% utilization rate, and I've seen what my credit score looks like at 30%. Looks far better at 10, right? It's not rocket science, but it's so easy to go along with the pack and just regurgitate information and push the easy button. Hey, Ken, what's this? Hey, Ken, how does this work? I run a trucking company. I run a credit repair company. I make YouTube videos. I blog. I like to write. I like to read. When do I have time to go and do your research? When do I have time to? I had a gentleman that got mad at me. He got mad at me because I didn't reply to his email. And finally I replied, and I had a little stank attitude, but I'm like, you didn't call? I answered my phone. Everybody that called me, I'm gonna give you guys a secret. Every person that called me got me. Nobody has a problem reaching me because if you call my phone, I'm gonna answer. If you email, it might take me months to reply to your email. But if you call me, I answer my phone. I'm a truck driver, so it's easy for me to answer my phone. Click a button, answer. I'm still driving. We can still talk. But you guys will email me and get upset at me that I don't reply to your email, but I'm leaving you my phone number all over the place. Are you going to call me? Are you going to take the time out of your day to do a little research? Maybe I should call him. No, I'm going to send him a nasty email. And I just kind of chuckled and I replied to him and he reached out to me. But I just wondered, are you going to do the work required? Are you going to do the work required to get you to the next level? Or are you guys going to rely on me? Because I'm going to tell you, your bank scorecard, your FICO 8 bank scorecard number, it's for if you're trying to buy a plane. Look it up. Look it up. Yeah, that's what it is. If you're trying to buy a plane, that's what they're going to use. And most of you probably going to take that and go, oh, that's what it is. The rest of you are probably going to Google it and go, maybe that's something I might need to know. I ended up sending her a link to an article that explained it, but it took me all of Google, typed it in, and it pops up. Ta-da! This is what it is. And it bothers me a little bit. It bothers me because what do you guys think that I'm doing? I'm doing this to help you get to the next level. Now, if you are relying on me, then that's not going to be enough for you because there's only so much of me I can give to people because I got to get to the next level as well. I got a level that I'm trying to get to. And so if you're trying to get to my level, I can only give you so much. So it's gonna take a lot more of you to get you to the next level. Just like if there's somebody up there that's gonna reach down and help me, I'm gonna do the work. They're gonna tell me something, and I'm going to have a bunch of questions, and I'm going to go do the research. And a lot of you just won't do it. A lot of you refuse to do the research. A lot of you refuse to invest. I can come out with, a little something and charge for it, and nobody will jump on it. No, he's charging. I had a gentleman that got upset at me because I charged. What did I charge for? I started a credit repair company. That's right. And he got upset because I started a credit repair company and I started charging people, and now my information is different. Information is still the same, still free for you because you don't want to spend no money, but my credit repair company has nothing to do with this YouTube channel. It has nothing. I mean, yeah, I get a lot of clients from YouTube, but I never charged anybody from YouTube for this information, right? So I don't understand, why would you get upset that I have a credit repair company? But that's people's mindset. That's the way they think. And we got to change it. We got to stop it. We got to stop with this, oh, Kenny's trying to get over on me. Kenny's too busy trying to get to the next level. I hate to use myself in third person, but that's the honest truth. I'm really trying to get to the next level, and I don't really focus on a lot of negative stuff that's being said, or sometimes there's drama that goes through the trucking world on YouTube and all this. I don't even involve myself with it. I don't even have the time. I don't know how they have that time to involve themselves in it. You're not doing enough, right? If you're getting involved in these things. So that's my time, y'all. I really appreciate your time. If you guys are looking for a secure credit card that can get you approved, go ahead, go in the description. I'm going to leave a link to the secure credit card that you guys can get approved for. It's pretty much a guaranteed approval. I really appreciate your guys' time. I'm going to catch you on the next one. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.